I guess like ever since I was little, I liked all the superhero stuff. They had the goofy ones from the, way back like the 70s, Super Friends and all that stuff, the Spider-Man cartoon. So I just was always into it. And then as I got older, I started collecting instead of just reading them. I got pretty seriously into it when I was about 11. I know when I was 12 years old, there's a place which is not around anymore, Steve's Comic Relief. I started working there for store credit, just stocking the shelves. I was there annoying those guys all the time, so they figured might as well put me to work. So I would just count books or make bags and boards, stock the shelves, that kind of stuff. And then, I progressed into getting a higher position and stuff like that. And the collecting aspect of it just really blew up when it was like in the 80s. That to me is like the golden age of comics. You hear about the golden age in the 40s, but that is like, you can't beat the 80s comics. You had The Dark Knight Returns, Watchmen, Daredevil by Frank Miller, Elektra, all this just unbelievable great stuff coming out. And that really was a formative period when you're, mid-teens or whatever. That is like very powerful as far as, you kind of decide what you want to do, and that really made an impression on me. If you looked in that corner over there, there's the Captain America stuff. So, you got that guy. Cap's cool because he's kind of like Superman, where the mentality is like never quit, look out for the little guy, all that kind of stuff, try to be the good guy. But whereas Superman's all powerful, he doesn't really have to worry about much except for space rocks. There's, Captain America was just a normal guy. Like if you saw the movies, he's always had that spirit in him. The little experiment they did to kind of bring him to the peak of human perfection, that has made him more into a superhero, but it was always the basis for his character that regardless whether or not he's extra strong, he's always, got a good heart and trying to protect people, I guess. People love this stuff, and the movies and TV shows are really inspiring a new generation, which wasn't really there before. A couple years ago, people were worried that the comic industry was going to die, like kids didn't care about it at all, they just had video games and that's all they wanted. But it's really cool. Every week we see new people coming in and say, oh, Johnny's getting his first comic book, Sarah's getting her first comic book. Things are changing for the better.